Hi, so I wanted to introduce the idea of multicam editing, and I wanted to start off with a simple one where there's just two characters talking back and forth, and I have this footage from the Monk show to demo with. As you can see, this camera we're working on is A5, or it's roll A5, and this is scene 2B, take 4, and if we look at the other clip, it is also I'm going to go back to its clapboard. It's also it's camera B6, but it's also scene 2B and take 4. So they're both from the same take and the same scene. So you have to make sure these two pieces are going to match up. For example, if I have this scene, which is not, is from a take 5, which is a different take entirely, and it's a different camera angle. So what we might do is use this as the entrance to the scene, and then cut into the multicam. So what we want to do the multicam is we're going to select both of the clips. Now you can do this either in list view or in thumbnail view. If we do it in list view, I'm going to select the two that are from take 4. So those are the two clips. I've held down the shift key and selected each one of those. And I'm going to right click on this, and this is the important step. I'm going to right click, and it's going to go down here, create multicam source sequence. So what I'm doing is I'm creating a new sequence. I'll go ahead and do that. And it's going to come up with this dialog box over here that's going to say, what do you want to name it? Multicam is fine. How are we going to line it up? Now, you could line it up on in points, on out points, or on time code, or we could line it up on audio. So this first one will line up on audio because I didn't mark an endpoint on these, but you would do that endpoint at the clapper board. So but right now we're just going to look at it as though we're using audio, and because the audio should match up, we should be able to do that. I'm going to have the sequence preset be automatic. I'm not going to choose one of these other formats. It'll take it from the video I'm creating. There is no offset between the video frames because there's no time delay in the audio syncing up. And I'm going to move these process clips to a clip bin. I'm not going to do that right now. I'll leave them where they are. But if I was doing multiple clips, I might do that for each one so they all have their own bins. And I'm going to take the sequence settings from camera 1, and audio channel I could choose to take from stereo, adaptive, different forms of bringing in audio. I'll let it be automatic so it'll look at the file. And enumerate cameras means it's going to be 1 camera, 2 camera, and then I can hit 1 and 2 to edit between them. So I'm going to go OK, and now it's trying to line up those signals, and now I have a multicam clip, and if I play it forward, you'll see that I have the 2 clips, and
I think
they're synchronized. So camera 2 and camera 1 are synchronized together. Now let me back up before I continue that. So that worked. But before I do that, let me back up again and take these same 2 clips. And now I'm going to take this clip, not that one. I'm going to take this clip, and I'm going to actually go forward, and I'm going to use this second clip. See, this is the first clapper, and the second clapper right there, the second clapper. So as I go back and forth with it, there it is, clap right there. So I'm going to put that as the endpoint. So now I've set an endpoint in that. And now I open up the other clip, which is this clip here. And now this is the second, we're on the back side of that clip. And so there it is right there. I'm backing up and I'm taking right where it hits, and that's the endpoint. So now I could take these 2 clips once again, hold down Command key when I select those 2, and I could do another multicam. I'm going to right click on these again and create another multicam. And in this case, I'm going to do on endpoints. So these would be the clapper board endpoints. So if you had someone clapping their hands or you had a clapper sound, you're going to look for that and line up with that. Now I'm not going to go ahead and process this way because I don't actually need it since I did it on audio. So here's back to my multicam clip. And you can see I'm back to where I have camera 1 and camera 2. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to edit this down into the timeline. I can just use an override edit, and it's going to hold it down there. Now notice I didn't go to the right location. I didn't have my audio and visual connected, and I want all of those things together. Now also I have this, which is override sequence and nests and individual clips. So in this I'm going to be sure this is turned on, this sequences, because then my clips will come down as one clip. So I'm going to go ahead and do a override edit, and you'll see that those two clips came down as one clip. Now if I unclip this one right here, so it's turned off, and I edit my clips down here again, you'll see this time I got all 4 clips, both audios and both visuals. And so now I would have to edit them. I would have to cut them apart. It's no longer multicam, but they are synchronized and they are ready to be edited. So, you know, I do have that ability to edit this, and I could just simply cut that, and then I could delete the piece in the middle, and then you see that the dialogue.
Wow. Natalie was going to be busy with her family.
See, it matches up perfectly, but that's not how we're editing today. We want to actually use the multicam process. Now you can see I'm only seeing one track, which is the first track, or whichever one I've picked over here. But that's not what this entire clip is. What I need to do is go to the wrench over here. There's a little wrench right there. Click on the wrench, and then go to MultiCam View. We're in composite video, and we're going to go to multicam. And what that's going to do is it's going to show us 2 screens, and it's going to allow us to edit between them as we go. Now the other unique thing is that if I had 5 screens, like we might with the music video, I can edit between 5 different things, and I can edit by using keyboard. That's 2, that's 1. I'm not using the mouse. I can also come up here and use the mouse that way, so I can select different ways of editing my multicam. So let's go ahead and go back to the beginning. Right here they're clapping, and then they don't really start right away.
Yeah, Adrian,
yeah, no, there we are. It's starting right away on the doctor. So I'll go ahead and let this play.
Yeah, Adrian, I don't know what to say. I'm speechless, and I'm very proud of you. It's no big deal. No, I think it's a big deal. It's just one weekend. I'll be gone for 2 nights.
So what I'm doing is I'm clicking apart, trying to follow their dialogue.
Natalie was going to be busy with her family,
you know,
so I had a choice. I could either stalk her,
do a rough edit,
plan a little getaway. Well, it sounds like you're looking forward to it. I might even remember. Yes.
You know, that yes, I'll want to move earlier.
No, I mean it's your vacation. My treat. But it's your breakthrough, and I think it's the first time since you lost Trudy that you're actually...
Okay, so that's enough editing. Now what you can see is all those edit points are edited here, and here's all the editing. And if I zoom in, you can see here's where he's talking.
Looking forward to it. I might remember. Yes. Would you like to come along? I'll treat. No, I mean it's your vacation. My treat.
Well, see, there he cut a little early, so now I can hold down the command key and use the roll to move that edit point to a new point. So now I just move that later.
But it's your breakthrough, and I think.
And I want to move that a little earlier, right? So hold command key down, and I use the roll tool. So now I'm using the roll tool to change these edit points.
First time since you lost Trudy that you're actually looking forward to something.
So you can see with the roll tool, slip slide, I can roll. Not only that, if I change my mind and go, well, I don't want to have this cut at all, where it cuts away there, I can simply choose this one. I have this piece chosen, but I just have to hover over it, and then I click it, and it changed this camera. So now the camera will stay. It will not edit off to that other scene. It'll go continuous with that scene. If I change my mind again, I can go, well, no, I can switch back to this scene. And now I've inserted that edit point. So it's very fluid way to multicam edit. And I can very quickly lay down a rough edit and then use the roll tool, holding down the command key and getting this double-edged one, to roll back and forth these edit points to adjust where I want to have those cut points. Also, I have pretty much freedom of where I want to go and replacing a camera or changing a camera angle. So if I had 4 or 5 cameras, be very quick to switch out cameras just by simply choosing the camera I'm on and choosing a different camera, and it will flip that camera based inside that edit with those same edit points. If I want to move an edit point, I simply roll it to a new location. All right. The key steps. Number 1, you need to have this button turned on, the blue merge and nest sequences. Number 2, you select the 2 clips that are matching. If they're not matching, they'll tell you they won't match. And you right-click on them and create multicam source sequence. That's important. Then once you create that, it will show up above here in 2 things, but it will not show in your program view until you go to the wrench, bring the wrench up, and click the multicam button to view what you want. Then you can simply go down here. I'll go out to the end here where I haven't edited yet, right out here, and up key. So here I could also just push the 2 and the 1 and the 2 and the 1, and I could even go really fast if I wanted to, and then get this crazy whip cutting thing going on if that was what I wanted to do. That was just my fingers tapping quickly. I wouldn't actually do that, but maybe with a music video you might. I'll undo that. But now you get some ideas about multicam editing. We're going to utilize that. I want you to practice with this footage, but we're going to utilize that with the music video we'll work on next week. All right. Take care and enjoy multicam editing.